Welcome back to another episode of Minute Mysteries, the place where the weird, creepy, and unexplained come alive. Tonight, we're talking about something that's been giving people chills in a very specific part of the city. Not haunted houses, not cursed objects, just a train, and your own reflection. Metro Line 6 runs through the heart of the city. Thousands of people use it every day. But after 11 p.m., it feels different. It started with a girl named Lena. She was coming home late from a friend's birthday. She got on the last train of the night, only 2 other people in the car. She sat near the window. She was tired, scrolling her phone, when she noticed something strange. Lena looked up and caught her reflection in the window, but something was off. Her reflection was smiling. She wasn't. At first she laughed it off. "I'm tired," she thought. But then her reflection blinked, twice, and Lena didn't. That's when she stood up and moved to another seat, and the reflection stayed behind, still smiling. So, over the next few weeks, people on Line 6 started saying the same thing. My reflection moved on its own. It winked at me. I left the seat, but it didn't. One guy even tried recording it. He uploaded the video, and then deleted it about an hour later. His caption said, "Never take the train after 12. He sees you." No one has heard from him since. Metro security did a check, but honestly there was nothing weird on the cameras. They just called it faulty glass or, tired passengers seeing things. But train drivers, well, they had their own stories. One driver said he saw a man in all black standing at the edge of the platform, but there was no one there on the cams. Another said that when she passed through Tunnel 43, every reflective panel in the train glitched for about 3 seconds, and all she saw, a face in every reflection. Locals call him the Mirror Man. Some say he used to be a janitor hit by a train decades ago. And now, his spirit lives in the glass. Others say it's not a ghost at all, it's you, but a version of you that wants to take your place. And it watches, every time you stare at your reflection too long, waiting for you to blink. Last winter, a college student named Arjun messaged his mom, heading home on Line 6. He never showed up. His card was scanned at Station 12, never scanned out. They found his phone on the seat, still recording. The last 10 seconds, his reflection slowly standing, while Arjun sat still, and then nothing. Some say it's urban legend, just a story made up by bored students or, creepypasta writers. But too many people have shared the same thing. The same line, the same smile, and some even cover the windows when they ride, just in case. So what do you think? Is the Mirror Man just a myth, or something much worse? If you ever ride Metro Line 6 after dark, do one thing. Don't look at your reflection. And if it smiles at you first, get off. Thanks for joining another episode of Minute Mysteries. Have you ever been the last passenger on a train? Not just late at night, I mean completely alone. No conductor, no announcements, just you. And something in the window that isn't your reflection. Ethan had worked overtime. Again. It was nearly 1 o'clock in the morning when he boarded Metro Line 6, the last train home. He always hated this line. Too quiet, too cold. Tonight the silence was heavier, as if the train was waiting for something. As the train rolled past familiar stations without stopping, Ethan felt a chill crawl up his spine. The world outside was a blur of darkness and empty platforms, each one more deserted than the last. The rhythmic clatter of the wheels, usually comforting, now sounded ominous, echoing through the hollow carriage. Ethan glanced around, realizing he was the only passenger left. Then he noticed the windows. His reflection wasn't moving. When he tilted his head, it stayed perfectly still, as if frozen in time. When he blinked, the reflection didn't. Instead, it smiled, a slow, unnatural curl of the lips that sent a jolt of terror through him. That was the moment Ethan stood up, heart pounding, breath shallow. But as he moved, the reflection moved too, not mirroring him but following as if it had a mind of its own. The unease had become something real, something watching. The next station announcement glitched, the speakers crackling and stuttering, repeating over and over, "Next stop, next stop, next stop is you." The words echoed through the empty car, each repetition more distorted, more menacing. Ethan's heart pounded as he stumbled to the next car, desperate for any sign of life. But there was no one, no conductor, no passengers, not even the faintest hint of another soul. The emergency button was dead, unresponsive beneath his trembling fingers. Panic rising, he pressed his face to the window, searching for any explanation. That's when he saw them, dark, indistinct figures standing motionless in the tunnel, their faces hidden in shadow, eyes fixed on the passing train. Ethan banged on the door, his fists echoing in the silence, but it refused to open. He fumbled for his phone, but the screen showed only no signal. The world outside was swallowed by darkness, and inside the only sound was the relentless static from the speakers, filling the car with a sense of dread. Time seemed to stretch, each second heavier than the last, just static. He sat down, breathing heavily, his heart pounding in his chest as the train rattled through the darkness. The carriage was empty, save for the echo of his own panicked breaths. But then, in the window's reflection, he saw it, no longer just a shadow, but a figure, now inside the train. It sat across from him, its eyes locked onto his, a calm, unsettling smile spreading across its face. Ethan's mind raced, trying to make sense of the impossible. Before he could scream, the glass between them began to ripple, as if the barrier between worlds was melting away. His body froze, paralyzed by terror. The reflection, his doppelganger, stepped out of the glass, its movements eerily smooth and deliberate. Ethan tried to move, to shout, but he was trapped, his body unresponsive. Helpless, he watched from inside the window, his own face staring back at him in horror, as the doppelganger took his place in the real world, leaving Ethan imprisoned in the cold, silent glass.
They say